one thing I would make sure that they are doing that.
And other issues when it comes to discipline in the schools, some things that we haven't covered yet that do you think the school system can do better?
Limiting on the fighting. I think it's not a fighting. I think you could tie that back into bullying. But sometimes where they're fighting over nonsense stuff and then we don't hear about it, and so we're kind of letting that pass by. And so that's one thing I want to limit, the number of fighting, getting along more so and not fighting over the nonsense stuff.
What are some other issues that you would like to tackle? I guess we've talked a little bit about discipline. We've talked a little bit about academics. Some other things that are on the top of your list.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, communication is a big thing, and to be a good school system, you have to have communication with your parents. Once you don't have communication with your parents, then that's one reason why our school system can fail. I would like to institute making sure our board meetings, holding our board meetings centrally located, especially during the winter time when it gets dark earlier. And that could be at the high school. Or as right now, I know they just started the superintendent's chat when she goes around to the different schools. I would like to keep that going. Also, making sure that they have more frequent progress reports. Just looking at the survey, there are a lot of poor communication that's been going on in the system, which is not good. If you don't have good communication with your parents or citizens of this county, then you're setting yourself up to fail in a way. And so right now I would like to see, because making sure that we have more updates when there's a problem at the school, sending letters home, not having to hear about it through Facebook, Twitter, that's not the way to go. And if they're not hearing about it from the school system and they're hearing it from some other person that knows.
And a few other things that you would like to hit when you if you're able to get on the school board.
Increase in multicultural and diversity programs and art programs. I attended a cultural diversity day from the Bethel AME Church Minority Outreach Technical Assistance Team, and I thought it would be interesting to bring in new cultural diversity programs like African drumming and African dancing. Also bringing in little things like public speaking and other programs like that. Maybe continuing with the county art show. Also, just basing it off those cultural diversity policies and programs, maybe creating an international night at each school or across countywide at the Board of Education. Each school might take an international country and having some students come and talk about that country. Also, I would like to having each school present something at each Board of Education meeting, such as Kent County Jazz Band performing at each board meeting, or the choir or the little school music department performing at a board meeting each night, or maybe something to show that we care for the arts and athletics. And even with the athletics, having somebody from the athletic team present a demonstration, just to show that they are learning something in some way or another through our school system, through our arts and athletics department.
Kent County's marching band, quite a reputation with Director Keith Wharton, so it's I guess the idea is to showcase a lot of that, maybe a little bit more than maybe the school system has done. So we're getting pretty close to wrapping things up with you, because I know you have to head off to class here in a little bit. But anything that we haven't covered that you'd like to cover real quick?
I just want to say that it's going to be a long year, and hopefully I'll get some support. I really thank you guys here at WCTR for inviting me, and I hope to come back before November or anytime after. Just like I said, discipline is one of my major issues in communication, because without those two things you can set your system up to fail, and a change in administration. Also, again, I can't speak athletics. I do have a thing called the 3A's: arts, athletics, and academics. Those are also important. Making sure our athletic department is up to standards at the high school, making sure our arts are up to standards, and our academics are up to standards. Those are my five important things: discipline, communication, arts, academics, and athletics. So those are very, very important.
And if folks want to learn a little bit more about you and your campaign, and maybe get involved or help you out in some ways, how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me. I'm on Twitter at Nivek M. Johnson. I'm also on Facebook at Nivek M. Johnson. Also, you can reach me on my email at niv.johnson@hotmail.com. That's niv.johnson@hotmail.com. And I'm available at any time of night. And also, my telephone number is on the Maryland State Election website. And you can find all my information there as well.
And thanks a lot for coming in. And again,
Thank you.
I think it's great to see a nice young man like you, and at such an early age, and getting involved and wanting to make a change in the community. And I admire that, and we'll certainly have to have you back. And good luck in the race. It was a pleasure getting the chance to meet you and chat with you today.
Thank you.
And
I enjoyed it.
Nivek Johnson is joining us and running for Kent County School Board. We're the Town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR, the talk of the towns for Kent and Queen Anne's counties.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Good job. Thank you. You